generally never going to like look for some crazy continuation. At least I'm not expecting a huge range day in the same direction of this weekly candle really. But I'm also not expecting a crazy expansion to the upside. So it's not a great day to trade. We see how this week it's just a huge range into these objectives. Like I'm not really expecting this next, this daily candle to create some huge range. Like I'm either expecting a pause day, it's like a small range day like it is today, or a return back in the range. So there's really a long and sell setup today that my entry provide or my model provided. But I took the long setup, so it's just simply this. It's a 6 a.m. manipulation of this low, and I'm looking to trade the 10 a.m. candle back into the range somewhere. I'm just looking for 2R, and I'm not looking for anything crazy. And then a runner could maybe go to like EQ of this range or something. You know, it didn't get there, but yeah, that's all I'm trading. You know, at one point this was an expansion candle, so if I show you, so we also have a 930 manipulation, which is nice. So at one point this was a expansion candle, right? And that's all I'm trading. That's all I care about. I don't care how it closes. There's another trade this week where I traded a 10 a.m. candle. It was this one, right? I'm just looking to catch this 10 a.m. Just the opening of this candle, just higher, right? And again, you could have runners to here, but it didn't get there. But I'm looking for like 2R, and then runners can do its thing, right? And then it flips, just like today. You don't have to be right. And I wouldn't even expect these daily candles to flip. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't expect this to happen because this looks like a very nice profile to me, right? The daily candle has a small wick. I'm expecting the previous high to go, which it does on ES, so that's why it probably flips. But yeah, like look here, we do take it out, right? And we also have SMT down here as well. So it's very, very good context for longs. I think I longed ES. I think. I don't remember. But yeah, I did. I absolutely did. Yeah, I took partials here. Because when you look at relevant levels, again, this is a very relevant level, right? Because look at the space between these highs. Right, you're going to get a reaction here, especially when there's an SMT. Right? But this looks like a good profile for longs, like really good. Right, 930 reversal. But I actually shorted into this and then longed it into here. Right, you can anticipate this stuff. You absolutely can. Because when you go to here, what do we see here? So literally just like today, whenever you want to trade back into a range, right, you need manipulation because you want to trade expansion back to the range. So if you look up here, we manipulate this high, and I want the driver, so 930, to expand into this Asia lows. Right? When I look at this, I'm not trusting any of this as the low of the day. So if there's no low of day, I want New York to go create it. So that's what we do. If I trust NQ because it's weaker, so I TP here, right? And then I see the reaction to this relevant level. As you look here, like this is really the only relevant level. Like if price came all the way down here, like it might as well come to the previous day's low, you know? And we look at where price opens up. Does it open up near the previous day's high? Is it close to the previous high or the previous day's low? It's closer to the previous day's high, right? And at this point, we've already traded, we've already traded higher. Now we're getting really close to those highs. So now it's like the trend line. It's like low resistance liquidity now. So when price comes down here, very good reversal point, right? Creating the new wick of the day. So I'm thinking higher. And then it just reverses, which I can't really anticipate, to be honest. You know? But I can anticipate these two moves, right? I can anticipate here to here, and that's all I need to do, you know? Don't really care about anticipating closes of candles, as long as you can get the initial move. That's all I need is a draw. Can you anticipate this draw going to hit? You know? Trade the expansion candle there. Once it gets hit, new phase of price can happen. Pretty much. Killzone indicator. It's ICT killzone and pivots. It's very dependent for when I actually trade prior to 9:30 or prior to a news event. But I'm generally going to wait. More times than not, I'm going to wait for those drivers to pass. At least one of them. If there's like a two drivers, so as in like 8:30 news, I'm at least gonna wait for that. Gonna see if that provides a continuation signature or manipulates or something. I trade Forex, so I trade the 6 a.m. candle. I wait for it to manipulate and sweep. Okay, so if you're gonna trade Forex, it's gonna be the 5 o'clock candle. So look here, because CFDs open up, or Forex opens up 1 hour earlier. So the daily candle opens up 1700, I mean. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be the same, It's just about like, if let's say the 1 o'clock candle. Let me try to find you an example. So look here. Let's say the 1 o'clock candle manipulates. You see how it manipulates here? You would expect the 5 o'clock candle to expand, right? You also have this manipulation with SMT, so it's perfect. So you'd simply just expect this next 4 candle to expand higher, which is within the 7 o'clock kill zone, right? But I don't really care about kill zones like that much. As long as I'm not trading too early on in the day or too late in the day. I don't really care about kill zones, macros, like to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it, but this is my model, right? Like literally right here. Boom, right there. Wait. Oh wow. This is actually really nice. You have a 2 stage SMT here as well. It's like perfect day right there. Forex is harder to navigate, to be fair though. This is a London reversal right here. I remember this day. This is nice. I don't think there's any SMT. I think the previous day or like the previous sessions created SMT. I'm not sure, but yeah. So you see the 1 o'clock candle opens up here. Low of day is not established, right? Previous day's low is right here. When you think about, what are we closer to at this point? So like I said, you get expansion here, and this is retracement. It's very obvious, right? So you expand after retracement. When you think about where we are we gonna go to the previous day's high, which is really far away? The previous day's low, right? Probably previous day's low. So what is it waiting for? The expansion candle alignment. That's all you should be waiting for. Just like over here, right? Trading expansion. I wouldn't be trading within this one. Now this, maybe you trade back into the range, these failure swings. Actually looks pretty nice. Right, range low, range high, just fading the daily candle though. Let's see anything here. Fire. Boom, right there. This is my model right here. You can put stop loss here. 2R there. Nice. Or stop loss here, whatever you want. What else? Yeah, it's the same thing though. I just think Forex is like, I think it's harder to trade, honestly. In my opinion. It's just so slow, like, I don't think it's, I know like indices have been ugly, but like the fact there's 9:30 every single day is so much better. It's so much better, dude. I swear. Not to say this is an impossible trade, like this is a very clean framework this week. Like manipulation on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday continuation into all these lows. See these lows right here? Very clean. I would just be if I was trade Forex, I would be super picky. Like I would frame everything on the daily. Because there's too many pairs not to be picky. Like so many pairs. Oh, I'm not recording it, brother. I don't think TWX in here either. We're just chilling. Nah, I haven't been on Mr. Black. Not too long. Maybe in 30 minutes, an hour. Is your model in Kiko's model similar? Probably not. Not really. His is similar to like AM's model. Do you look? Oh, I don't trade crypto, no, bro. What 90 minute for? I'm just trying some stuff out. More example of your model on pairs. Okay. What did I trade this week? I'd have to look on. Let me go on my X real quick, bro. I just can't even fucking remember at this point. I traded a lot of indices this week. What is this? Silver. Oh yeah, silver. Silver and gold. There was a couple of trades this week, so I'll show you the gold trade that I took. I think there was like actually I think I only took 2, but there was like 3 or something. I'm trying to figure out where I took it. It was right here. So it's gonna get a little advanced, okay? A little weird, alright? So if you look here on the daily, we have the previous day very large range, right? That creates an SMT. Okay. Now after a huge range, you can get a pause on the market or return back into that candle's range, or maybe full on reversal, right? So you can see it here, very large range, you get a pause, right? Very large range, you get a full on reversal. You know what I'm saying? Very large range, you get a return back on the range. So with that, with this SMT, right, you can expect that. So now I want to go to the 4-hour here. It really doesn't have much to do with the 4-hour. It's just about trading back within the range, okay? Because when I look here, I just see a bunch of low resistance. You see all these highs? See all these highs here? I want to trade back to that, essentially. So you see this 6 a.m. candle here? Look at the close, right? It closes over this candle's high, right? Or low. When I go to this asset, you see something different, right? You see, which is a type of divergence, right? It's like a kind of like a Kraken correlation in a way. But we see a reversal, right? So you could trade this to here. So this is the better pair to trade, right? And you see it's just expansion. It's kind of weird. Maybe you can count this expansion, whatever, but it's just really just a manipulation of this range low, right? Failure to displace. And it's with that idea, right? I want to trade back this range. And another thing to note is we create a bullish SMT here. So it's a 2-stage SMT, right? Where previously this was the weaker asset, right? Because it took out all these lows. And gold didn't, right? So when you see this pair here switch bullish, that's a good sign, right? That we're going to either reverse. In this case, it doesn't look like a reversal. It's not really meant for that. Just, we can return back to the range. This is when you can target just intraday highs, right? You have London high here. So it's just order paying ranges, right? Order paying this range low into this high. And we're trading a 4-hour expansion candle back into this high, right? So just waiting for this close to realign with expansion. So that's all it is, really. But the reason why I didn't trade silver is literally just because, like, on Top Step, I can only trade 2 minis, and 2 minis here was like the risk was like super low. It was like $200, so it's not worth it. So I'm just gonna trade this asset, and I can frame targets to here. I have to close early. It got really, like, it was ass. Like, look at this. I had to close like right here, like around 3 or something. Yeah, 3. So this is my trade here. So if you look on the lower time frame, you can see this lower. You see this low resistance here? That's why I want to trade. And then another reason, right? Another reason. And then again, another 2-stage SMT. So we had whatever that divergence was, right, with this low. Was that divergence here? So again, bearish SMT, lower time frame confirms this SMT. So it's like a big range SMT confirmed by a small range SMT. So now we see this pair go from the weaker asset now to the stronger asset. and the fact that it displaces away from that, right? Now this is a high probability range, right? Whenever you displace away from an SMT, the gaps in key levels created from that are high probability. So all I need is a closure above this opposing candle. That validates the entry, so boom. This is my trade. And I want these highs here, personally. But I close at like 2R because it just literally just consolidated. Like, look how close I got. Right? Like a freaking tick or whatever, and it just consolidated for like hours. It was so painful. Like, I think my hair receded like 4 inches from this, bro. I grew gray hair and everything. So I had to close 3 o'clock. Not yet. Like, I got edged twice. Like, look at that. It's just not high probability day, to be fair. So I had to close like right here, essentially. Like I just closed there. So whatever this is, like 2R or something. Yeah, like 2.2, 2R, whatever. That was one trade. Now if we go to like silver, it delivered to its objective, which created an SMT. So this is the silver trade. It's the same thing, essentially. But this is your trade right here. Right, that's it. So silver. I'm just trying to think of. Oh, there was this opportunity too. Within this 10 a.m. candle here, it just no entry was provided. I think someone did catch this though. I'm almost positive. So if you look here, there's this SMT. 10 a.m. opens up here. Structure is like nice. We're already aligned bearish. It's a continuation, right? So I'm just expecting this 10 a.m. candle to expand lower, pretty much, right? And again, since we didn't manipulate this low, right? See how we tried to manipulate it and then we're getting a continuation? Generally, I'm going to target these lows, right? Which is the daily lows, by the way. These equal lows that price took out the next day or whatever. So with that in mind, I want to trade ideally. Now, was there a 30-minute? Yeah, there was. I want to trade a opposing candle continuation, but it just rips lower. You don't get it, you know. So there's nothing you can do about that, to be honest, unless you're taking the first CSD. But I don't do that, so there was the opportunity, but nothing presented. I can't really think of any other opportunity here. Obviously, the gold trade that I took today. What was this, by the way? What about the previous day? Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, that was really it though, for gold and shit. Nothing really on CL for me. Nothing much. These 2 days were nice, but like I said, London session was the trade of the day here. Not interesting in New York, to be honest, even though it provided expansion. This was RA as well. My friend took a trade here. This is not nice at all. Shit. Large day expansion. This is also another opportunity. I think someone took this. I don't think it forms like a. Yeah, it doesn't form a CSD. It's like you have the option to market XU in the open and put your stop loss here. I just don't do that. Personally, don't. For silver, we're shorts valid on Thursday using SMT from silver. Thursday shorts. I think in London, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, here. Okay. Okay, so we have SMT here. Oh, and then, okay, nice. It clears out these highs. That's nice. I was just concerned with those highs. Or this high right here. Okay, that's pretty decent, honestly. Trying to see. So 8 o'clock, 8:05. Oh, that's pretty nice, actually. Damn. Yeah, that's very nice. When does this get created though? So 8:45. 8:45. Yeah, I mean that's pretty valid. Let me see the close here. So this is about 9 o'clock. This is the trade right here. Right, you have a C2 closure. You have a two-stage SMT, and then it kind of gets like silver's kind of messy sometimes. You see this? It's pretty ass, but you already have the CST here with this SMT, and you can get this continuation area. So yeah, that's valid. Just because of all these low resistance lows, right? SMT up here, two-stage SMT over there, and then you can look beyond that. There's just a bunch of lows, so yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh my god, I can't do this. Okay. I think there's a previous day's high SMT as well, right? Which would make it even better. Yeah, that's even better. So this looks like this, right? Expansion. What does this candle look like? Consolidation. So you manipulate the consolidation high with SMT for continuation. And you can see the failure swings. Great. So it's very nice. Like this doesn't look like manipulation does, right? When you look at this low, price range is low. Does this look like manipulation to you? No, right? It's a very small range candle. Very choppy, just consolidation. So boom, you get that. And then you're trading within a 4-hour reversal candle into expansion. So that's actually probably what I was looking for. I was like, where I just didn't trade it, so I can't really recall. Yeah. But yeah, like pretty clean overall, I would say. Especially on indices this week. Got this on EU today. Hell yeah. I'm surprised EU moved that much so late in the day. That's interesting. Do you use... Yeah. It's like a triad almost. So you know how like NQES, YM is like a triad of correlation? It's like the same thing. Is that Dala? What's up, Dala? Where the hell you been? Bro got eliminated. Bro's back. When will you do it? I gotta do a backtest session for my model. Maybe today. I could do one today. Or tomorrow for the stream. That may be a good stream idea. Someone wanted to do like a group backtest where like a student backtest and I guide them through it. Like if that's what y'all want to do. I don't know. I was in the gulag. That's funny. Crypto? Actually, let's look at crypto, bro. I don't know who the fuck actually trades this shit, man. They're crazy. What do I even do? Coinbase? I don't know. Do Coinbase, I guess. Let's just try to look for my model here. Today is a fucking crazy. Does it meet my criteria? It does. Holy shit. Hold on. Let it cook. Hold on. This is the valid trade right here. But this is so ballsy, low-key. Let me look at Ethereum. Oh my god. If you know, you know. Holy shit. Hold on. Let's see if there's an actual valid entry. Okay, so you open up within this, so you have to wait for another one. Which would be right here. Okay, fuck. That's kind of dog shit. Like, this is a valid entry, but the stop loss is massive. Is it not huge? Hold on. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that lower time from OB. I'm personally not gonna enter on that. Probably. But as far as the reversal goes, that was my model right there. I'm personally not. I know it works, but I'm not entering that. Just being real. Let's see if there's another entry though. Nope, unless there's a lower time frame model. Nope. What about here? Okay, no. Play one more candle. Maybe Ethereum had a nice close. Ethereum? I don't know why this in play. That's glitching. Okay, that is a nice close. Time is it? 6 o'clock, so a new candle opens. I think we form... Okay, cool. Okay, this is perfect. Hold on. Oh my god, this is perfect. It should be. This should be your target, current day high. I've already went over how to trade a reversal candle. This is an extreme reversal candle though. Like this is a crazy range. I wouldn't even expect it to come up here, but you can target back within the range. So this fair value gap is a good target. Well, that's unfortunate. The CAC is way up here, so maybe a 30-minute closure. Okay. Okay, cool. So you filter that down there. Bro, again, like, I'm not gonna enter this, bro. I would trust this way more. Now, as far as the RR, where's our target? Oh yeah, we have plenty of room. Okay, that's fine. So let's see if this gets here. Yeah, so this is my trade right here. Like, I'm very hesitant on the order blocks I choose. Like, sure, it technically worked, right? But like, what the bro? I'm not entering this. I'm entering these more like defined, like larger, ranged opposing candles, like this. I think I just put my stop loss to the body. Right? It's a huge range, but you have two options. You can do like this. This is like really greedy if you want to be really greedy. There's like pros and cons to it, but usually I just enter on the close and then put my stop loss to the body. Like I did that today. And you have plenty of room. Like you have, even with that range, 5R. Like, and then you get another opportunity here. Holy shit, dude. I'm actually gonna share this, the group. Holy fuck. This one is like gorgeous. Oh my god, it's 10 a.m. too? Oh my god, bro. Ain't no way, bro. This is just crazy, dude. This is a really nice day. Holy shit. This is like verbatim my course, how to trade a reversal candle too, as well. Like everything is like mechanical. This approach. That's crazy. What about this? These days like ass though. Like I feel like 90% of the days are terrible. Like unless there's SMT up here. There is, but hold on, let me see something. Is that divergence here? It is. Go to the PSP right here. Switch to the next candle lower. Now go to lower time frame. Oh my god. Hold on, is that a reversal candle? Oh my god. So let's see if this one would work. So I need to have this mechanically. You have to have that CST. Okay, so that's a valid entry right there. Technically. Alright, I put my stop loss at the body. I think this is a loss though. I don't think this actually works. 2R is like down here. Yeah, that one fails. So let's see if I got greedy. So sometimes happens. Okay, you would have got... No, you would have stayed in if you put your stop loss up here. So like that's the pros and cons to it. But like, can you dude? I can't anticipate this happening. Like all these equal highs and it holding. Like I wouldn't even want to be in that trade regardless, bro. Does it melt after that? Okay, yeah. I mean, that just sucks. Like I would just take that loss and be fine with it, honestly. But I feel like that's how the majority of these days are on this asset. Now I would only trade this probably if there's an SMT here, which is the not the previous high, 1700 Ethereum. There is no S&P there. Yeah, I don't think I would trade this, bro. Skip that. S&P there? No. Wait. 3 o'clock. Oh, there is. Okay. When's a 4-hour open on this asset? 7 o'clock. Perfect. But there's no closure, so I have to wait. Okay, boom. See the trade here. Okay, have to wait. Okay, boom, right there. Let's see if this is a loss. It's looking like it, to be honest. Stop loss right here. Up here. Okay, that works out nice. But I mean, that's pretty gross to begin with. But yeah. You can short this because of gap SMT here. And the high of the candle is formed from GXT, my model. Let me trade that one. I'm just trying to find a clean profile. Here's one, maybe. This looks very nice. See the low of the day? It's just a bunch of failure swings. You want to trade back to that? Here you get a valid closure. Now I just need CSD somewhere. Okay, that's never going to enter that. Yeah, I'm not entering that. Too big of a stop loss. What about this one? SMT here, maybe? This would be clean if there is. Okay, there is. This is clean as hell. Because now we have a swing formation on the daily. We can target whatever is past here, like over here. Oh, very clean, yeah. And we'll look over here too. Maybe. But you can trade inside this candle here. So we have a closure. Have a closure there. Now I just need to see the 4 hours aligned here. So it opens at 7. I don't know what candle I'm trading within. Am I trading within a 7 candle? Okay, I am. So this is the last hour. Am I tripping? 11 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. So this is the new open of the 4-hour candle. This next one. So it's perfect. Like perfect. Now, do I have SMT at the lower time frame too? You do? Cool. Alright, so I have SMT here. Now all you need is a closure here. Boom, now you can enter. Mechanically. So to there. First stop loss at the low of the candle or the low of the opposing candle. And you could target that 2R, whatever you target. Right, so that'd be like $2,000. We can take one off. So leave a runner to this. I don't know if it gets there, but we'll partial here. This is a relevant level. Take one off at that point. Right, opposing candles. And then here you can go break even probably. You can trail to here. And you just let the runner go. And I think it's a daily close, yeah? I don't know when the daily close is for crypto. Okay, this is just annoying. Like just hit either one. Okay, there you go. But yeah. You can definitely trade it on here, it looks like, but I don't know why you would. Like indices are it's just the best. Like it's not even close. It's not even close. This looks to be like some sort of nice model though. Let me see this. SMT here, 14th of February. A little bit of Valentine's Day. No SMT there. Hold on. 23rd of February. There's some sort. I don't feel like it's kind of weird, but not clean at all in my opinion. Can you see switch the 7 hour to 6 hour? It's just something I'm testing out. Don't worry about that. Those time frames and stuff. These like weird time frames. Nico. uh, who's in here? KP, what up, my boy? Rave, what are you up to, Rave? Are you looking for the 4-hour to form a C2 closure? No. I actually don't care how the 4-hour closes. Anyone recording longer than 35 minutes? How to know when to enter before 8:30, 9:30, by the way. Oh my god, you're up late. How to know to enter before. So I entered a couple times before this week. It's all about if you manipulate prior to a driver, right? Because if you manipulate prior, like into a relevant level, by the way, if you manipulate prior to a driver at a relevant level, then that driver should expand away, right? So if you look here, I forgot what day it was. Here. No, it wasn't this. Was it this? What the fuck was it, bro? Man, I don't even know. I don't know what day it was. It was definitely no. Hold on, I'm trying to remember, dude. I have like dementia. Um this was I waited for 9:30 here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Sorry, dude. Alright, so this is prior to 9:30. Now I traded short here into slow and then long, into these highs. But I trade long ES, but here I shorted in Q. Why? Prior to the driver, right? We manipulate this high, and this is a relevant high, right? Because it's either like to the left, you're going to have highs that are relevant. So, I mean, this is not a relevant high anymore. These are obviously relevant highs, right? And on your way to this level, you can print relevant highs. So you have a relevant high here. So if your draw is to get to here, I can't trade away from any of this shit. It's just slow resistance. So I need to either I need to wait for price to like manipulate to then trade and create a protected swing to get to these highs. In this case, I'm actually trading into that level, then trade away, right? So here, if I want to get to these lows, then I want to wait for manipulation so I can trade away from some protected swing, right, to get to my objective. That's all trading is really. I mean, it's just trading away from a protected swing to your draw. Like, it's really it. So here we have a manipulation. My mouse is freaking out. Hold on. Let me turn it back on and on. All right. So here, I'm just trading within a 9 o'clock candle. What is within this candle? 9:30. But since this candle manipulated, I'm not expecting 9:30 to then go ahead and run out this high again to then go lower. I'm just expecting 9:30 to just rip lower. So it's just if you manipulate, right, prior to 9:30. So here we do. I'm trading something here. 3-minute or something, maybe? I don't remember. I think right here. Give it a 30-minute CST here as well. Right, so yeah, 9:30 opens up pretty closer and just rips lower into my objective. So this next candle rips, or it opens up and goes there. See that? So it's all about what happens prior to the driver. If you look here, what about a 2-stage driver? It's like today. Today's like the same. It's like the same thing, okay, pretty much. It was on ES, I think. Wait, no. Yeah, maybe yes. Yeah, I think yes. So there's just 9:30 news or 8:30 news. So if 8:30 manipulates, creates SMT here, and again an hourly high, by the way. So again, manipulation here, right? And all I'm targeting is like Asia lows here, right? If I did take this, I didn't take this, but it's the same thing. So look here, 8:30 manipulation goes higher, so pairing a manipulation with the driver. So if 8:30 goes higher, then you want 9:30 to go lower. So here, you get this CSD. This is what I would have entered on. This is what one of my students entered on right here. This is valid as shit. Right, and then 9:30 should rip lower, which it does. Absolutely rips, and then it just reverses, right? Because this is a relevant reversal point. And then here we form an SMT. Now with this reaction, expansion with expansion back in the range, I'm automatically thinking reversal, to be honest, into at least this high, right? There's not much else after that, you know. It's kind of hard to gauge. Like you can target 0.5 of this swing high to swing low, or you know 0.5 this fair value gap, something like that. It just doesn't get there. But I can at least anticipate maybe 2R, you know, back into these highs here or something, right? So I'm just waiting for 10 o'clock to open. Right, so pairing a manipulation with a driver, just like we did over here, by the way, right? And then I traded this on in Q though. All I need to see is this here for a continuation entry. We've already had 9:30 make the opposing run, get a close through as a CSD. Here's a continuation, right? Enter on the retest, take 2R. That's really it. It was a bit sloppy, but we got there. Does that make sense? What else did I take here? And if you look at this other day, where I'm planning a reversal, it was right here. So remember I shorted here, and then I longed. So if you look at this, it's creating a new low today. So it's like that delayed protracting profile. I think you know it. But when you pair it, you know, this manipulation, it's also has an SMT here, and it's also happening within a driver. So 9:30 trades into this level and then trades away, which it ultimately does come back, but we don't. It doesn't really matter because price trades into this high, or ES does, which then creates an SMT and then reverses. But right, this is our objective. That's all we care about, getting hit. I'm just trying to think of like a good example as of recently. None of these I don't think are good. I don't really feel like looking. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one that I did trade. I just don't know. I can't remember if I actually waited for news or not. Or 9:30. So here we manipulate prior to 9:30, right? You see this high with SMT, right? So if you're going to be a classic buy day, if there's going to be a classic buy day, then 9:30 should expand away from this low. That's a confirmation for this to be the low day. Now, what is a confirmation for this to be the high of the day? When 9:30 expands away, right? And then fails to reverse from this relevant swing. What do you see that's, where's the next relevant swing to this one? It's this one. So if we're not going to manipulate here, probably going to go here, which we did go to. So you see how we trade into this level, can't manipulate it, close through it. So here I did wait for 9:30 actually. So 9:30 is like right here, and you see we expand, right? So here's my entry here. This is another crazy trade that I had like Friday. I think I traded to this low, right? Here's my model here. I think, hold on, actually, let me see. Candle, okay, yeah. But it's only 3 minutes, so technically, mechanically, no. But use a 3 minute, it is, but there's no 5 minute opposing candles here, so. But yeah, that's my trade basically. And then if you look at the 4 hour, right, this large wick, right, it's kind of a large wick. When you go to ES, it's not. See that? And then we look here on ES. You have this relevant low, this relevant high, and you have this relevant high. So it's like if you're gonna manipulate here, if you're gonna reverse from here, then you go here. You know what I'm saying? And you have that SMT there. So it's a lot cleaner in ES. And then there's like some two-stage stuff to even confirm that the high weak here, right? Because you have this SMT confirmed by this SMT, right? So I do a lot of this like two-stage SMT shit. But and you have a swing point here, right? Candle 4 expansion. Now, did I think it was gonna go here? Hell no, dude. I TP'd here, bro. I think I TP'd like right here. And look how much it went. Like, what the fuck? Crazy. Indices have been insane. But that's generally how it is though. If I show you, let me show you some really good examples actually. I just gotta go back and find them. So I traded a lot. I traded a bunch this week here. So like back-to-back days, you're gonna see the same thing with drivers, right? So you see the low day is 2 a.m., the low day is 6 a.m. So then now, keep in mind there's 8:30 news and obviously 9:30. So when you have an assumed low of day prior to a driver, so literally any time, that driver to confirm that low of day will expand away, right? So you see here, 8:30, what's it doing? Expanding away. 9:30, what's it doing? Expanding away. So it's failing to reverse, right? It's failing to go lower. If this is going to be a sell day, what would it do? These key drivers would go lower, right? The fact that it's not, it's expanding away, this is your confirmed low of day, right? It's also within, this opposing candle, right? You have failure swings up here, so it makes sense, right? So this is why I traded here. So I traded this. And then the next day, we formed the low day at some random ass time, like hella irrelevant time, like 6 o'clock in the day, kind of weird. But there's news. This is definitely an ugly day, but same thing applies, right? And this is one of the most repeatable things, how you confirm bias and stuff. Where's 9:30 at? So you see how 8:30, 9:30 failing to reverse lower? We're just going to close this through, creating opposing candles that support price higher. See that? So price, creates a low somewhere, whatever the fuck. The news event opens here, right? And it opens low first, making an opposing run to the draw and then closes through, which naturally creates an order block, which is a confirmed continuation signature, right? So this is what I took back-to-back days. This was freaking ugly as hell. I entered here. Ugliest trade maybe I've ever sat through in my life. Like, it was painful, bro. And I never went break even because there's no SMT here. It just doesn't make sense to reverse from here. Like, from equal highs, so. Then we formed an SMT here, and then I felt better about it. But I am so willing to lose a trade like this. If it reverses here, be my guest, dude. Because that's just one of those rare occasions. Like, you can't even get mad, to be honest. It just rarely happens. But it didn't reverse, and we had to be. Why was you draw those highs? Bullish that Wednesday, actually. Only anticipate price going to those lows. Wait, what? Why did you draw those highs? Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. Wednesday. Oh, here. I'll show you why. So, 3 consecutive expansion days. I'm generally not anticipating, again, a continuation. Just like today, bro, on Friday. I'm not anticipating a huge range day, just because we traded into these levels. Like, and I think at this point, I think this day here, Thursday. Or sorry, wait, what the fuck? Oh, this is Tuesday. My bad. Tuesday trading to this level right here, I think. Yeah. So you see how Tuesday trading to this level? Now, this is when you're going to get some sort of reaction. Like you are going to. It's either going to be a pause or a reversal, retracement. So I'm thinking we can trade back into the range, right? When you look here, what are we opening near? If I draw at 0.5, you see how we're closing above the 0.5 of this candle's range? So we're opening actually near the high, right? We're closing back within the range of this candle's low. So I'm already kind of anticipating higher, just because I'm not going to trade continuation after 4 days of expansion after a huge range. So that's why. But you see, it's just a small range day, just like today probably is going to print. And it makes sense. Like you're either going to get a reversal or a small range. You're not going to get a continuation usually, right? It's going to take some time. It's going to consolidate maybe, and the next day can rip lower, which it did. But yeah, this is my target on ES. That's why I longed. Right, and then you look here. To get to this high, it's this SMT, which forms a low of the day at 9:30. So it's very high probable to get this high, you know. Because if I pull up an indicator here to show you what the fuck happened, dude. All right. See this small wick here? Supports expansion into this high. Right. I can't anticipate how this candle closes, but I can anticipate it going to this high. You know, the previous high, which is a fair value gap. That's all I care to anticipate, right? Get my 2R, you know. When I go to the 4-hour chart here, at one point, right, it was an expansion candle. And again, I don't care how this candle closes. Right? I'm just not going to trade within this candle because it doesn't support expansion. Like you can because of 930, but there's no entry anyways. But yeah, that's really why I'm trading that higher. And I already explained why I traded lower there as well. But yeah, today's like a shit day. Like, what the fuck? Interesting. Ain't no way, bro. Signal service. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, Maddie's here too. Why does Sarah keep giving? Crazy. I already did. I already went over that. Well, I said don't worry about it. It's just something I'm testing. All right. By the way, hold on. How many trades do you average a week? Only, probably like 2 or 3. Something like that. This week was a lot. Like this is my best trading week so far, ever. Like this week is insane. Are you looking? Okay, no, I already answered that. Go crazy. Wait, what time is it? Oh, a new 4-hour can open? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is my model right here, cuh. I don't see an intro. Hold on. 30 minute? Nah. 15 or some shit. I don't use the 15. I don't think. Hold on. Is this an opposing can right here? That stop loss is huge. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not taking that. But yeah. You have this nice CST here. Unless you use the inversion for value. Unless you're like dodgy, bro. If you're dodgy DD. Take this inverse, dude. You don't feel me? How do you know that's manipulation? Manipulation is just price can't displace through a higher low. You can see that through closes, SMTs, pairing with SMTs, drivers, like relevant times. And just with the way the daily range is forming, you can already anticipate where relevant, you know, reversal points should actually take place and stuff. Just daily profiles. Should you just watch the open close of every 4-hour candle to see? Not every single one, but ones that, so like I wouldn't necessarily watch this one here, right? It's just like, this is basically a pattern trade of my model, which so happens to work out. But this one, in my opinion, makes sense. Like both of these to this low makes sense, but especially this high makes sense. And you see how this is a relevant level to reverse from, this swing low? There's SMT with YM here. It just makes sense to return back in the range at some capacity, right? So it's not like every single one. Like I'm not going to be trading this 2200 one, you know what I'm saying? Like it could make sense to go up to this fair value gap or whatever, but I'm not necessarily doing that, you know what I'm saying? Joey, shut up. My dog's barking. That's all I do is trade 4-hour open high-low closes away from relevant levels. Either like a relevant level reversal point to get to a draw, or a relevant reversal point that frames the low of the day. Trade away from. That's really it. With some bullshit. Oh, good. Not active in chatting more. I just grind. Nice. With these time drivers doing so much consistent shit every time, most of the time, why do people all question ITC's theories of? Well, this isn't a theory. Macros are a theory. These drivers are not a theory at all. They're real things. Like these are red folder news events. These are, you know, the Bargo's lift or whatever the fuck it's called, the stock exchange open. You know, these are not theories. I don't believe in like these. I don't care if it's an algo or not, dude. Like I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Open high low close not a theory. This is not. He didn't make this up. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just how candles form. Every candle is open, but like macros, that's a theory. What else is theory? Fucking, I don't know. I can't really think of anything else that's a theory, but because I don't really watch ICT, but that's definitely a theory. Now you could say it's, you know, it could be your truth, but you know, like 8:30, 9, like these are everyone's truth. You know, it's like real life. I took it for you. Don't worry. Nice. Do you limit yourself to some specific times? Yeah. Will it always be 10 o'clock? So it's just how maybe the 6 o'clock candle is forming. You know, does it support expansion or whatever relative to how the daily candle is forming? So if we form the reversal in 6 a.m., or maybe we form the reversal in 2 a.m., I can trade 6 a.m. continuation or a New York reversal within 6 a.m. around a driver. As long as that candle supports expansion and forms a higher low today or whatever, I can trade it. If not, then I'll trade 10 a.m. But most of the cases, 10 a.m. I would say. Because I know you don't trade macros or sessions specifically, since the model is focused on the 4-hour opens. Well, I do trade sessions. You know, like, dude, what is up with my mouse? I think it's dying. Fuck. Is it dying? Hold on. Nah, it's just tripping. So like, I do trade sessions, but you can view sessions through the 4-hour. So it's daily profiles first, and then it's the 4-hour candle. Like, you must know where the daily is going. The daily candles are going. And then it's about aligning the 4-hour expansion candles. Yeah, the dog is tweaking. Away from the low of the day, high of the day. Can you pick random date? You just get a cherry pick. Random date? Let's go to NQ or ES. Let's see. So not every day provides a model, you know? No. Go to one of these days. I actually traded. Okay, I actually traded some of these days, so I can show you one of these days here. So like this one I traded. So I'll show you how to do it from scratch because it's the same fucking thing. Like, let's say you trade New York. I assume majority of you guys trade New York. So around 9:30 or whatever. Like all you're gonna ask yourself is a low day, high day formed. That's it, right? So here, right? Is there high of day, low of the day formed? Well, there's definitely no high of day because just low resistance. Now, another thing you have to ask yourself, how's the daily candle forming? So how does a bullish candle form? Well, ideally, it opens low first, and then it creates some reversal and expands away, right? So here, how is this candle forming? It's opening low first, right? Pretty large opposing run. Doesn't really necessarily matter in this case. So I traded this, but right? Now you have to find a relevant reversal point. So the swing point high and low is always a reversal point potentially, right? So could be a potential reversal point. This could be a potential reversal point. We see out here, we just consolidate, right? So here in London session, where is it at? This could be a possible potential entry, right? If I go here, let's see if there's a valid loss mechanically. Yeah, there is, right? You can technically take this in London session. Dude, who the fuck is fucking spamming me? Is my shit frozen? It ain't frozen. We're good. So this is a valid loss mechanically. London session. I would say. I'm not gonna check for SMT and blah 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 that shit. Now wait, does 4-hour candle support expansion? I think it does. Oh fuck no, wait. Oh, never mind, doesn't. Never mind. So you see this right here? That just saved me a loss, right? I don't know why I thought it did. Just look at the hourly, it didn't look that bad. But no. See this large wick here? We don't trade that. We don't trade within these candles, right? So you have to avoid that. This is a filter for high probability price action. Now, if we had a expansion candle supporting this, right, you could trade it. So the reason why you wait is because we don't like to trade, you know, reversal candles, right? We want to trade expansion. That's the phase of price we want to trade. So in order to get expansion, you must be within an expansion candle, right? This is reversal candle, right? You might get a lower time frame expansion, but we're trying to catch daily expansions, right? So you must wait for this candle to close. So for this candle to close, you would just wait for 6 a.m. and it needs to close a bearish expand or a reversal candle, right? Right now it's a reversal candle, but it hasn't closed, right? There's still 2 hours left in the candle. And you see it flips. So you see this wick here, this small wick supports expansion, right? Candle lower, right? It's either two things, right? It's either going to be a reversal candle where it closes back inside the range, or a bearish expansion candle. That's all it could ever be. It cannot, it's literally a filter. It's literally telling you the way this candle forms that it cannot be an expansion candle higher, right? So you don't want to trade it, right? So here, as you see, we don't manipulate this low, so it can't be the low of the day. So now it moves to this low, or whatever is to the left, right? So you see how that rule in itself it's just like the daily opposing run rule. It's the exact same thing, right? But the daily is a little bit different, right? Because if you can anticipate a 1 hour, 4-hour expansion and then trade to like something, just to the highs, right? We're trading within a reversal candle for a lower time frame expansion, right? So we're not trading within a expansion on the daily. We're just trading lower time frame expansion, right? Within 4-hour expansion candles. So you're always going to be trading within a 4-hour expansion candle. And this, to trade a daily reversal candle, very specific, right? I covered that in my course. This is showing it right here. So if you look here, this is a 4-hour fair value gap, but it's also lows, right? So when you look at the space between relevant highs and lows, you have a relevant high up here, a relevant low here, right? So you see the space between this low. So when we hit this low, when you hit relevant highs and lows, you want it to reverse, right? You really do. And that's what we do, right? Around a driver. So we create an SMT here, right? So the other asset does reverse from this low. And you're going to see, Rave, this is a good example, by the way. So we hit this prior to a driver, as you see. This is 9 o'clock. So if we're going to reverse from this low here, you want the driver to expand away. That's literally the confirmation to it. Just like I said, if you have a higher low today prior to 9:30, you want it to expand away. Same thing. If you manipulate or hit a key level prior to 9:30, you want it to expand away. This looks like clear retracement as well into a fair value gap, creating SMT with it. So just internal to external, right? So if you look here, my model, I have to wait. Like I said, I have to wait for this candle to close. Why? This candle doesn't support expansion. So I'm waiting for 10 a.m. open, low, high, close, right? Or into these levels, right? So you're going to see I hit a break even here. Right, I traded this. On the 3-minute, 5-minute, we had 10 a.m. news as well. So what is 10 a.m. doing? Right, it's not reversing lower. We're actually getting continuation signature, so you can enter that. Right, and I'm looking for like 2R. So I got like a, wherever my entry was, I don't know if I hit the retest or what, but I hit a 2R, whatever, partial, and it came back. So I partialed there. It must have been a retest, because this risk is insane. But yeah, to reduce my stop loss size. So probably like earlier on. So I let a lot of money come back to my entry. We're gonna see here later on in the day, we get another opportunity with the other candle. So you see this was an open low high close, right? But you see that we actually come back here. And then mechanically, I can't enter past this, right? If you know the fractal model, I'm not gonna leak it or anything, but you can't enter past this. You have to wait for another one to form. So you're gonna see right here, form another one on ES. And we still have this objective open, so it's very nice. So you see how we're targeting either towards the daily open or a little bit past it, right? Because we don't expect price to be an expansion candle. We expect it to form close back into the range or with a small body, right? So if it's a large wick, you're gonna form a small body, right? Large wick here, generally a small body. Unless you have a crazy, news day or some shit, whatever. But here, swing point, I'm going to trade this here. Boom. Unless it was on 3 minute. I think it was on 3 minute. Yeah, it was. So I think we had a, yeah, okay. So 2R up here. Bam. Right, and the way this candle closes, you're gonna see probably the small body or back within the range, right? So look here, the 1800 closes right here. I don't know why is it deleting this? Like, what the hell? Am I accidentally doing that on accident? Just look here, right, small body, pretty much. It actually closes right there or right here. Yeah, see that? So yeah, another trade that I took. I tried this one. So back-to-back days. Wait, so look at this trade here, right? What do we notice about this candle? Very large opposing run, but I can trade it because of it's forming a specific way, right? So I traded these 2 days here. So this one. So when we think about a bullish candle, right? Opens low first, opens low first. Low of the day is formed when? 4 o'clock, midnight open, midnight. So both, this is like a London reversal. This is like whatever. Doesn't really matter. What matters is the drivers. I'm telling you, like, drivers are going to confirm this low of the day. Right? If you look here, you have 9 o'clock, 9:30 right here. Trade this on ES or NQ. So if you look here, right, get a close through at 9:30. So 9:30 expanding away from that. And at this point, we already know it's going to go here. The high of the day is 1800. So, and again, I'm TPing here, full TP. Like, you have to, because of the way the daily candle is forming. You're going to see probably close back in the range. Right? Here's the daily. You're not going to expand past this level. Like, you can already anticipate that. So like when you understand like the way candles form and all this stuff, like it's literally like a fucking cheat code, dude. It's sick. But here, and then like phases of price, these all give you insight about what the day is going to do. So like this example, right? This candle I just showed you, this fair value gap. So it's not, so we're trading the model of internal to external, but you have to have the daily candle supporting that idea, right? Obviously, right? Because this candle is like, let's say it's an open, high, low close, like classic sell day, then it's not going to reverse from this fair value gap in the same day. But since this candle here, it opens low into it, right? Creates no, like basically a wick or like 1800 high a day, and then 930 expanding away. Like this supports, you know, a buy out of this level or a reaction at this level. Doesn't support a bullish expansion day, but I can trade a 6 a.m. expansion candle away from that, right? And when you look here, the swing point, when you think about swing points, if candle 2 or candle 3 doesn't expand, well then candle 4 has to expand, right? And it makes sense because this is the candle with the driver in it, you know? So when you play price over here, I traded the 10 a.m. candle. Again, bear value gap, internal to external. How does the daily candle support this with the way it's forming? Yes. Or opening low first. Does the signature of, you know, a continuation, you know, either retracement or consolidation after hitting an objective, does that support continuation, right? Because if we're not going to reverse from this high, we're more likely to continue, right, to this high, right? Which we have failure swings up here. You're going to see, right, failure swings, and this is just very choppy and slow. So when you form this low of day at 5 o'clock, we're going to wait for drivers to expand away from it. When they fail to manipulate, see what we're doing? We're actually sweeping out lows for continuation and then creating SMTs here. You can expect continuation. This is why I trade as well. It's all on my Twitter. It's the same thing here, right? You have a swing point on the 4-hour chart. You expect the fourth one to expand. Right here, swing point, fourth one to expand. Right? These are all like repeatable things that you can do every single freaking day, man. Every single day. Maybe not on the same asset, but on a, you know, a specific asset or whatever the hell. Whatever you trade. I trade multiple markets, so that's why you see me like trading, well, taking a lot of trades. So you can even go over this trade here, which I traded, which I took a break even on. A very bad break even. Like this is dumb of me, man. But the reason why I think, if I can explain this, if I can go back to my thought process for this trade, I think we have SMT here. Yeah, we do. This is very ugly. This is one of those weeks where Monday just opens up, rips lower, basically creates the whole weekly range in one candle. Generally, you want to trade back to this, but since we have SMT, like I was thinking maybe go to previous day's low, but you're gonna see what I traded here. So I'm trading is 10 a.m. expansion into these failure swings. That's what I wanted, but you're gonna see what happened here. Right, so we have 930 manipulation of this high, so it makes sense to go lower. But what I should have done, in a lesson here, is this is the current day's low, right? Just like that trade I showed you earlier, current day's low is always a good partial point and whatnot. And what do we see here? This daily candle does not support bearish expansion all the way down here. So that was just totally my fault. Like, I'm actually a retard. If you look at ES, bro, right? If you look at ES, it's the same thing here. I think we form SMT right here, by the way. And there's like these equal highs as well. I don't even know if there's SMT there. Maybe there is. Is there? Okay, there is. It's just a weird freaking day, honestly. But it was a great trade. I don't know if I traded the 5-minute or the 3-minute. Let's see. I think it was the 3-minute. Yeah, I think so. Traded this right here. So we didn't manipulate this low, so I was thinking we were gonna go down here. Right? So this really should have been my TP, or maybe like 2R or something. But you're gonna see like it was a great trade, and I didn't take anything from this because I was in one contract, which at this time was a lot of money, like risk. I think it was like it was a lot. And mind you, this is a 50K account, so I trade a bit differently than most people. I risk a lot, and so I can't partial obviously one contract, and you really can't risk more than $1,000 because that's the whole drawdown of the day. So it was something like this. Maybe it's a little bit less because I got on a retest, but I can't do that on here. So it was around like $800. So I let like a lot of money go here, which sucked. I got greedy. I didn't even trail because, you know, once I see this, bro, Joey, shut up, bro. This fucking dog. Once I see price come all the way down here, dude. Like, look how close we are to this low. Like, I'm thinking we're about to rip there, and it just reverses, unfortunately. And it took me out at a break even. Now, when I go to YM, I think it's a bit, yeah, like, look here. It's a lot farther away. This is the low day right here. This is Wicket. It's a lot more obvious. And I don't know if we form like an SMT there either. Deal on YM, but it's not really. But yeah, it was a great trade. I just mismanaged that entirely for real. But that was that trade. I traded this day, so I skipped this day here because where's 10 a.m. It looks like there's a valid trade here potentially. I don't know if I did skip this. I don't really remember, but a close through here is technically valid. Yeah, this is technically mechanically valid, but I don't know if I actually took this bullshit. Yeah, that's a valid loss if I did take that. I just don't think I did. Where's 9:30 at? 10 o'clock. Let me go to like the 4 hour here. ES and Q. Maybe I did. No, I think it's because we took out all these lows. Yeah, it must be why on ES or NQ prior to 10 a.m., right? Yeah. Prior to 10 a.m., we take all these lows. And the space between this low and this low is just not, there's like the relevant swing. So you want to always, this is my course too, like you always want to get in prior, take on this level here. I'm not sure if there's a trade here because this is an expansion candle on the 6 a.m. Did I trade this? Okay, you can't use that for any SMT. See, if I did take it, it'd be on my Twitter or on my journal somewhere, but I don't think I did. Probably skipped that day. I tried this day though, and I skipped Monday because Monday's the day that gap down, like insanely. You see here. But I did trade this day, and this is logical as hell. Because when you see this here again, like, we're be opening within the candle, we're opening the upper half, so we're opening close to the previous high. And when Monday prints lower like this, you're never trade continuation lower. Especially like a huge range, never trade continuation. It's not going to happen, generally. Like look at this huge range day, no continuation provided. This day, it did. I wouldn't trade that day though. This day, right, small range, like generally that's how it's gonna go, right? Huge range day, small range next day. Especially on a Monday where there's no wick on ES or NQ, I mean. Look at NQ. No wick there. So I'm always gonna trade back to that. So that's that context there. Now I just need to form a low day. That's it. So on the 4 hour there's nothing, right? But I do want to trade a 4 hour expansion candle, right? So I know open up the session here. 8 o'clock, whatever. Is there anything to trade away from? Hell no, right? Like, what is the low day rate? 2100? I'm not trusting that. Now we're just creating a bunch of failure swings here. So it's like, okay, well, I want to reverse, create the low of day here. Simple as that. So I'm just going to wait for that to happen. Okay, we hit this level. Can I trade this? No. Why? Because this candle doesn't support expansion. So just simply wait for the next candle to open up. Okay, so here's 10 a.m. And here at 9:30, pairing a manipulation with a low of day. So the low of day, the wick, is created from manipulation. And then you can expand to create the body. Right? So if I go to 3 minute, all I need is this. So I took this. On the retest though. So right here. I think I just like 2R. I don't really remember, but something like that. Right. So yeah, just showing a 10 a.m. expansion. So 6 a.m. manipulation, New York reversal, 10 a.m. continuation. That's all that is. You could TP here, which I might have done. I don't really remember though. What's another day? What are y'all even saying in here? I coded the algo, not ICT. um, I mean, these are all trades that I took. So, but let me hop on stage. Okay. Do you want actually? You actually want to? Do you actually want to? Oh, Maddie, yeah, I showed that trade or that profile today. It was very clean on CL. This is in my like how to trade these days is in my course. So I already went over this, right? But here you have a swing point here. Now this opposing run is concerning, but there's no wick for the high of the day, right? So you're creating the high early on in the day. So there's enough time. You want to form the reversal where there's enough time in the day to get back this high, because they're not expecting price to expand past this level, this opening price, because again, it's a reversal candle, not an expansion candle. But what we see here is we're opening low into a key level, so we're expanding. Now this daily candle way it's forming is supporting continuation, because the way a bullish candle forms, right, it opens low first. So that's what it's doing. It's open low first. Now it doesn't support expansion candle, but it just supports expansion, right? It's kind of like retracement too, right? So we're expanding, retracing, and then now we're just going to trade a 4-hour expansion candle back to the daily open, right? And then you have like 30 minutes. So if you're like a expansion model trader, it's like really good stuff here. Here's maybe a fractional entry. I think there's a stop out right here though. Eventually, so like this is technically valid. I don't trust this as an opposing candle, bro. Probably. It's kind of shitty, but it's like technically valid. I do believe, but I would probably put my stop loss like down here or some shit, something like that. But if you're gonna use a 3-minute, I think this is the valid entry, which that does come back for you. So whether you take a break even or a loss here, it's valid. Went like 1.7 R, not bad. There's nothing down here to catch, I don't think. Yeah, like this candle doesn't give you an entry. Yeah, it opens up here and just drips lower. Or drifts lower. So then you have to wait for a 30-minute close, like right here. But yeah, as far as the profile goes, it's fire. Like pretty clean, like the way the daily candle formed and everything. Pretty clean there. This is clean as fuck too. I think Forex took this day. That was fire. Fire. So you're not trying to enter in the reversal candle, but an entry is. Yeah. So I don't try to catch a reversal candle, nor do I try to catch the first CSD generally. Now, if you know the fractal model, there's only one way you can catch the first CSD. Yo, Garrett, how was your week? Very good. Probably my best week ever. As far as trading goes. Do you have a minimum R? Yeah, 2R. CL pattern. Yeah, that's an L. If you're talking about the 3-minute, yeah, that's an L. Doesn't go 2R. Can you show Asia low day? Yeah. Like I will trade away from Asia low today. Now AM has a process on this, and it's generally the same. Like this would technically be, this is a valid framework for me to trade away from the low day or whatever. That's because if you look here. Wait, I did trade this. What the fuck? Wait, I did trade this. Hold on. Where was it though? 30-minute? Oh, that's right. I actually traded within this. Okay, I actually did trade this shit. Okay, so look here. No, there's no. Is there SMT with this high? Preset high? No. Okay. But if you look here, the Monday opens higher first. No wick, right? So look at the week. Like when you start with the week, right? You're just gonna look at the higher time frame, right? Are you opening up within a range? Are you opening up within the key level or whatever? So here we're opening up within these lows and this key level here. Now there's no fair value gap yet, but when Monday prints, it creates one. So now, like I said, when you think about the way candles form, ideally a bearish candle opens high first, which is doing, and it leaves away an irrelevant low or something. So where you feel comfortable, trading back to this low basically, because there's no reversal. So now it creates a key level to form the high of the weekend, right? So open high, like low close, and then we're finding a reversal off the previous high or this fair value or whatever. And this could be a reversal candle, right? But with the way this candle forms, it supports reversal into expansion, which is very different between this reversal candle and this reversal candle, because it has a small wick, forms a high of the day very early on in the day, so it can expand. It has time in the day to expand. So if you look here, I'm trading within a 6 a.m. candle. I'm gonna swing point. So like I said, when you form a swing point and we don't expand within candle 3 or 4, what is candle 4 gonna do? It's going to expand. Like if this is gonna be a true reversal, here what do we see? Swing point, no expansion, candle 4 is gonna expand, right? So like it's just stuff we already know. So at this point, we probably have a CSD. Yeah, we do, right? So I'm not trading within 2M candle. I don't trade London. But now we have created the wick. We have yet to expand within a daily candle, right? You see there's a little body. There's still, a bunch of potential downwards side here. So I traded within here. So I'm just waiting for a key level to get hit. So that's going to be right here. Now, why am I trading within this hourly candle? It doesn't support expansion, right? It does not support expansion, right? But when I think about this being a key level, this is a bit more advanced, a bit more discretionary. If this is going to be the key level, right, we're already an expansion candle, right? If it's going to be a continuation, this is the only level to continue off of. This fair value gap. This is the only level, right? So if we don't need to go higher, and then when I look at the 4-hour candle, is it an expansion candle? Yes, right, it is. And then I look at the low of this candle, it has no wick, right? So the first 30 minutes I'm viewing as manipulation or to create the wick of the candle. And I want the next candle to kind of close back in the range. So I am trading a expansion candle at 30 minutes. So you see how I'm lining expansion candles? I'm lining the weekly. I'm trading away from the weekly high of the week. I'm trading within a daily expansion candle, a 4-hour expansion candle. Now I'm trading within a 30-minute expansion candle. See this? Lower here. And then 10 a.m. opens and just finishes it off pretty much. Flicker. Right, just melts. And then here's the 3-minute. So we did close here. And a continuation. So this is my entry right there. To get to this low. Right, see that? That kind of makes sense. But yeah, like this is Asia high of the day. And I wouldn't expect it to come back there. It doesn't make sense, right? Because this is the objective. It's just, you basically just have to expand away from Asia where it just doesn't make sense to go back there. You know what I'm saying? Which happens a lot. So like, look here. Maybe I traded this day too. I don't, at this point I don't remember. Oh, I did. I did trade this day. Okay, cool. So I traded right here. It's like back-to-back days, Asia high day. If you look here, previous day reversal, whatever. And so when you have especially when you have a day like this where the previous day prints a reversal and then closes high in the range. See how it closes high within its own range? So it doesn't make sense for price to, now it's ideal, okay? It's ideal for price to wait around for London session to then, manipulate to go lower. That's ideal. But it doesn't make sense for price to just not rip lower. Now, what if it did this? because notice how we haven't really expanded yet. So if you manipulate, we should expand, right? So here's a different version of maybe a reversal candle with a, something like this, where we close the day right here, where the previous day did expand. Now it makes sense to anticipate Asia, London consolidation because we expanded. We expanded, right? But when you look at this day, we haven't expanded lower. You see, if this is going to be a reversal, there's no expansion lower. Joey, there's no expansion lower to anticipate or consolidation in London or Asia or anything. This is when Asia can typically expand, because if we're going to expand lower, then it's going to respect the 0.5 of this, right? Or something like that, right? Around there. It's going to form a small wick. So it needs to form a wick like early on the candle, right? It's like forced to almost. So that's what you see here. And then I'm trading just this. So we can't manipulate this low, as you see. So we're going to go to this low. That's my eyes. To this low. Right? So if you look here, 10 a.m. candle confirms this opposing candle. So now I can anticipate the 10 a.m. candle to form its wick between this high and the opening price. That's where it should form the wick, right? Because in continuation, we expect opposing candles to support price lower. So if I can get in around the opening price of this 10 a.m. candle and catch the body for 2R, that's cool, right? And here's my target. Way to the left. It actually goes past that, I think, which is not even something I have to anticipate. Right, so I got on the retest here. That's my 2R target, but it goes much further than that, I think. And I end up closing, like I said, top step you have to close like right before 4 or something like that, 3 o'clock. So it went double my expectation, which is nice. But that's that day. It's literally the same model. But yeah. What else did I take? I don't think wait, I did trade this day. Holy shit. I did trade this day. So waiting for 10 a.m. Open here. So here's 6 a.m. So we're forming a swing point here. I have a CSD. Now at this point, we haven't taken out the previous low, which is right here, I think. And we're close to the previous high. So you can expect this reversal here. In the previous day to this, I think, or maybe the next day, we had a very nice CL, or not CL, RB trade. But essentially, if you look at RB at this point, this day, I mean, I was thinking we could reverse off of this high to go here. But when price failed to do that, right, and you're going to see why I didn't shake this. So here, right, we have everything we need, right? We have the previous candle being a reversal candle. Now, what do we do? What do we open up here without a wick, which sucks? We open up with no wick, so I'm thinking price could probably return there, right? And it just does this bullshit where this candle here doesn't hit a key level, which is a valid criteria for the fractal model. And then we just never return. We create a new wick, but we don't reverse. And then since we're not going to reverse from this high, then I can expect CL to go and take out this high since the stronger asset, right? So I just flip my bias, and then here's the trader here. SMT right here, form in 10 a.m. low. So 10 a.m. open, low, high, close. Right, go to the 4-hour candle. See that? Into this high. But yeah. Do I journal? Yes. Of course, of course. Do you have a cap on the number of trades to take in a day? So I kind of weird the way I trade. So I try on top step like 5 accounts. And I don't copy trades. So I'll take a trade on this account and then I'll switch to that account, blah, blah, blah. So Mic's not working. You sure? You sure? Can I hear me? It works? Yeah, you're tripping, buddy. But anyways, so I don't copy trade. I'm gonna start. Maybe I'm gonna go for like Apex, some shit. I just hate their rules, but I mean, a million funded, you can't really pass up on that. I'm just gonna have to deal with it, the rules. But probably gonna start copy trading. But like I said, I don't. So it's like this is why I risk so much. Like I'll risk 1 to 2% on a account that has like 4% drawdown. But that's because you can build a buffer, and at that point you can risk how much of as much as you want. So I don't have all my eggs in one basket, so I can take a lot of trades. I can risk more. That makes sense? Which is not for everyone. And my win rate is high enough, like I can do that kind of. But yeah, I don't really have a cap, bro. It's like I don't know. The most I've ever taken, maybe like 4 in a day, or something like that. But it's usually like, one a day. I get like one a day, usually at least. But that's because my system, like you just know, those that actually know my system, like you know exactly when to trade. There's filters for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just looking at every single hour of the day to look for a trade. No, it's like it's very mechanical in the sense where my system will tell you if it's valid or not, and I just have a good understanding of like valid reversal levels and all that. So I can just filter a lot of shit out. We're finding 15-minute to 3-minute, 5-minute. I don't do that. So I don't know. What do you mean by refining? Oh, like you were entering on the 15-minute, but now you're trying to enter on the 5-minute, 3-minute? No, you don't have to buy the lens. um, Please tell me someone. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's recording. You're not trying. Do I use weekly profiles? Yeah, but I don't require them. Like, there doesn't have to be a clean weekly profile for me to trade or anything. I'll use them though. How come you didn't wait for 10 a.m. to make an opposing run, though, on that trade CL? Oh, because it's opening up. So where was that trade? Fuck. It was this day? Yeah, this day. It's because on trades like this, where the candle is either opening up near like a nice bulky opposing candle, you can already anticipate where the wick is going to form. So in this case, since we create this large opposing run, it'd be the same thing if we opened up right here. Like we're opening up near this level where it's like if there's going to be a continuation candle, so we expect it to be continuation because we're failing to reverse off this low. Now we're just trading towards this low, right? The only area to form the wick is this opposing candle, like this range. So it's going to form within the opening price to this high pretty much. So you see how we're opening right here. So it's like I can just get in, and this is valid fractal model by the way, like mechanically. But yeah, you can just anticipate price gonna form its wick from here to here. In this case, it kind of just trades back. This is a large range, so this is why I'm waiting for a retest. It's because of stop loss size. So I could have put my stop loss here. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Or put it here. But I just waited for a retest. Right? Something like that. Just for my stop loss to be smaller. But yeah. I did this a couple times on in Q. I'm going to show you. It was like 2 days in a row where I just didn't even wait for a wick to form because it's opening near literally the only level for the wick to form. And that was like these days back to back. Pretty sure. This is on ES though. So I'm entering here on ES because we formed this opposing candle before. It's just cleaner in general. So 9:30 makes an opposing run to the draw. So here's a low day. We have all these equal highs. So it's also a one-sided bias. This is also pretty important. And this is a lot cleaner than the CL one because there's actual targets. There's like obvious targets. When it's like a super one-sided bias, you see how big this range is? Like it's huge. Like this CSD range, it's pretty large. So it's like the opposing can't, like this is the 10 a.m. open. If I show you, let me go to the 15-minute chart real quick. Do I have this indicator pulled up here? Okay, I don't have it pulled up. Here, hold on. All right. So from the opening price, which is right here, to the low of this wick, do you see how you can anticipate if we're gonna have a bullish candle, which we have a swing point, so I'm expecting a candle for expansion. Like this is the only level for the wick to form. Like I don't want the wick to come all the way down here, right? To create a larger opposing run. And since we're in expansion, then we want this opposing candle support price because it's also well positioned, right? This swing low, this is a protected low in a sense. So like this is in discount, deep discount, so you don't want it to resweep this low. So it just makes sense, doesn't it? For the wick to just form here. So I can just enter on a retest, anticipating the wick to form here. Or you can enter right here on this. Up to you. It's just a bit riskier. You're just anticipating it, but like I said, it's a one-sided bias. So, and it happened the previous day as well. This was freaking ugly though. I'm not gonna lie. This is super, super ugly. I took this on NQ because of relative strength. But if you look here, the 10 a.m. opens right here. So it's like if I just play this here or go to the 4-hour chart, we see that 6 a.m. reversal. I want 10 a.m. expansion this high. Right, so this is what I'm anticipating. So when I look, underneath the open, so all you're gonna do is look underneath the 10 a.m. open. Do we have an invalidation point on the 15-minute, 5-minute, whatever? Here I can see, here's the 10 a.m. open. I see this opposing candle, nice and bulky. We also take out this low. This is also with 9:30 created, so 9:30 opposing run. Like this is the only level for the 10 a.m. wick to form, pretty much. Because if it takes us out, it's too big of a opposing run, right? You don't even want to see that happen. So here, I enter on the retest. It gets really choppy, but we eventually get to our target. Or I guess it was right here we get to our target, right there. But yeah, that back-to-back days there. And it's essentially the same thing as CL, kinda. But CL created that level. This is already created. We're opening up basically underneath it. So you can just anticipate the wick forming there. So hopefully that makes sense. What a range day today. Holy shit. Very ugly. Like this is mechanically my model, but I would never take it. I wonder if anyone took that actually. There's no fucking way. I know KP did. I wonder if anyone else did though. This guy did? I don't know. There's so much talking in here. But anyways. Bro, why are you so asleep? Crazy. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's recording, man. Yeah, I'm a full-time trader. Yes, I'm using prop firms. I meant for this one, but Oh, like, are you asking me that if that's a valid trade? My guess this would be valid. Does that create the 6 a.m. high? Or is the 6 a.m. getting aligned with it? Yeah, maybe. I just don't see a wick here. Kind of weird. So I don't think I'll trade away from that, probably. Is the 3 consecutive expansion day rule... Oh, like higher time frames? It's like anything. I'm gonna show you an example of... I did this on a 4-hour, like, a couple weeks ago. The logic for my sell. It was on a Friday, so I gotta find it. Shit. Where is it, brother? Where is it, man? Shit. Was it this one? I think it was this one, dude. Yeah, it was this one. So this day here. So we have 8 o'clock news within this 6 a.m. candle. Right? If you go to this asset, we have an SMT here. Right? But that's not actually why I'm selling this. That's not what's giving me like the most confidence here, honestly. So we have 2 a.m. manipulation. Right? So I'm expecting this candle to expand. Now, when am I expecting this candle to expand? The red follow news event. When I look at this asset over here. So on this next open is the 6 o'clock candle. Okay. Now, what do we notice about this chart here on the 4-hour? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expansion candles in a row, right? And we also have just the daily range is already extended. So do you think that news is going to continue this huge expansion day? Okay, so look at this range. Do you think we're going to continue, right, when the other assets, the other correlated assets are both bearish? No, right? It's probably going to return back to the range. Now, when is it going to return back in the range? News, right? So that's my, if this asset, the strongest asset, is going to return back in the range, so then I expect, the weaker one to do it, obviously. And I think we had SMT here. Right, we also had SMT here. So we have a 2-stage SMT. So I had a bunch of confidence in this trade. And I think I took it prior to news, just with that in mind. So if we manipulate prior to news, right, if you're here, Rave, it's another example. If we manipulate prior to news, then you expect the news event to just expand away. So where's news? So it's like the 8 o'clock candle or some shit. So it was within this. So I entered a little earlier in the day. I think it was right here. Could be wrong. But I'm almost positive it's right here. Yeah, it is, I'm pretty sure. And my TP was the pre-stage low. Alright, it's the pre-stage low. And it went a lot further than that. It was crazy. You can see it got pretty close to my stop loss. But 8:30 is coming up in about 2 minutes. And then boom. It just absolutely melts at 8:40. And then my TP is down here. Boom, gets hit. Great. And it goes a lot further. It was a crazy day. It almost takes out this low down here. But yeah, it was like a pretty nice trade, man. I actually think I took... It's on my... I think I maybe even trailed it or something. I don't know what the hell I did. Where's the pre-stage low? Or the 4-hour something? Maybe it was this low? I'm not really sure, man. It was a nice trade. That's all I know. Very cool. Very great. So also, by the time of entry, there's already a 30-minute CST, which is not required, but it's nice to see. But that was a lot of intermarket, and whatever you call it, just looking at the other assets giving me information. 2-stage SMTs and all that stuff. A little advanced, but yeah, it was a good trade there. Um, oh, nice. Hell yeah. Were you trading GXT mass? Or was that just the fractal model? I'm just wondering if you're like aware that you are trading the model. Some people trade the fractal model, subconsciously trading GXT. What the hell is that? Garrett, please explain. I don't know what that is. IMP24? What's that? I mean, I can't tell you my my rules and checklist. I can't just say to two line expansion candles. So trade 4-hour expansion candles away from the higher low today. Can you do something at 2-stage SMT soon? I'm noticing a lot lately with all the volatility and want to make sure I'm understanding them. What do you mean do something with them? Explain them or do a stream on them? I think I showed you some. I think I showed a lot of examples today on 2-stage SMT. So if it's recorded, you can go back and watch them. But all it is, it's just this. And here's the ideal version. Let's say you have like right, you have a higher time from SMT. So think of it like a big range SMT. This is your context, right? This is your higher time frame. You want to frame reversal off the higher time frame. That's your context, your narrative. On the lower time frame, it gets confirmed by another SMT, right? The other asset would look something like this. Right, something like that. And you want the strength to switch, ideally. This is what I've noticed, is the asset that sweeps, the stronger asset, you want it to switch bearish. So, because if this one switches bearish, the stronger one, then this one obviously will switch bearish. You know, so something like this. And yeah, it just confirms SMTs. It's like a filter, but you don't have to have it. And it doesn't have to be at the highs. It can be like this or something. Like that, you know, something like that. But yeah, if you look at this trade that I took, it was kind of based off that. So I have a bearish SMT here. It's kind of a minor one, but I was just trying to frame my long to here. So it went from bearish SMT to now this bullish SMT. And we're actually expanding away from that, creating a fair value gap. So that's signaling to you that's going to go higher. And then I took this. Right? Pretty much it. Mock clean, thank you. Dude, low-key, there's a GRT there, dude. Yeah, why so late? Were you jerking off? Yeah, the switch up SMT shit. Pretty much. I don't know what to call it. But I see people, it's already a thing. You know, I didn't invent it or anything. But I did like start to notice it because like backtest so much. I was like, dude, this is like interesting. But then I found out that people use that shit. It's actually good. And they call it 2-stage SMT, so I just call it 2-stage SMT. Yeah, I'll probably hop off here, guys. I'm pretty bored. Let me check my X. Twitter. Slept in today. I woke up in RP. Fire. Fire, brother. Thanks to you either. Difference process. I don't even know who these people are, and they're like trading GRT. Does your model strictly follow the economic calendar protocols parameter? Do you engage the market? So yeah, like you can kind of anticipate, you know, and frame your week around that stuff. Generally, the like the really heavy news events, those are generally going to form the high and low of the week generally. Like, so you can view that as manipulation, and then the following days as like expansion or continuation, or just the news event with the most red folder news events. And generally, want to focus on 8:30. 8:30 are like the ones that are generally most important. You're gonna see the majority of the larger reactions or moves. Like 10 o'clock news, generally nothing. There's nothing to be concerned of. It doesn't really do anything. But yeah, if like one of those, you know, like maybe it's like FOMC minutes or what is it called? Press conference. If that forms the high and low of the week or something, then you know, it's just added context, you know. Day, those weeks, those days are probably gonna be like trash, or maybe like lackluster. Doesn't mean you can't trade them, but more times than not, right? They're gonna be like not great to trade. Pronoun. Who tagged me in this? Jeez, dude. Again. I would, AB. I would if I could. I don't even know if bro's in here. I don't think he is. But yeah, anyways, I'm probably ending this. My voice going out and shit. For real, for real. For real, for real. Alright, guys. I will catch y'all later. It's the weekend, don't end. Maybe another stream this weekend sometime. Maybe. But I have one for the lens tomorrow, so. Got no sound. Really? I don't think TWX is here. Yeah, he's not here. So this was not even recorded. Just kind of chilling. Yeah, have a good night. I'll catch you out later.